Hi, Dahlas here from Body Fabulous Fitness. Today's exercise we're talking about is squats. Squats are one of my favorite exercises. Why? Because they basically make you fit and strong for the challenges of pregnancy, of birth, and motherhood. Pretty much, squats are a fantastic way to actually breathe your way to a better core too, which is what we've been talking about. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it is all connected and it does work. Whether you're a fitness fanatic or a first-time exerciser, you can incorporate this move into your daily exercises at the gym or into your daily function, which is pretty much what you're going to be doing as a busy mum, picking up lots of heavy things, including toddlers, grocery bags, prams. So you need to ensure you're squatting correctly, and as we've talked about before, breathing correctly as you move. So where do we start? We're going to start with our posture first of all. Now let's just make sure your feet are pretty much hip width apart. Now often when you're standing, I want you just to sink into that position and just feel where you land. You might be leaning back a bit, or probably if you're pregnant, you've got a little bit of anterior focus, you might be leaning forward. And we tend to have this lean forward to post-pregnancy because we're so used to leaning over change tables, prams, etc. So what I want you to first do is shift back up and check that your shoulders are directly over your hips. Now, that's really hard to do if you lock your knees out. We tend to lean back and tuck our bottom. So let's just soften through our knees, shift the shoulders above our hips, lengthen through our spine. Now to squat down, we can't really have a narrow stance, and you're going to be much more comfortable having a wider stance, particularly if you're pregnant. Now you don't have to go deep when you're squatting as well. A lot of people think the only way to squat is to drop your bottom always almost down to the ground. That's not correct, okay? Particularly because we want to protect our lower back as we come down. So all I want you to do is drop down and feel like someone's sliding a chair underneath you, keeping your shoulders above your hips, and I'm basically not tucking my bottom. Okay, it's almost like I'm about to sit down on the chair. As soon as I tuck my bottom, I'm losing my posture and I'm adding a lot of pressure to my lower back. So let's just release through that tailbone, allow your shoulders to shift back over your hips and feel that even pressure through both feet. All right, and as we come up, we're going to exhale and keep your knees soft. So when you come up, you also don't need to come up and squeeze that bottom, which is a lot of the time I see this happening, particularly if you're in the gym and lifting weights. All that's doing, okay, is adding too much pressure to your lower back. We want to keep that beautiful neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Okay, so let's take a deep breath in, calm down. We're going to inhale on the way down, and we're going to exhale on the way up. Let's go again. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Let's check your posture. Shoulders over hips, spine nice and neutral, calming down. My bottom doesn't need to drop lower than my knees. Okay, that's how squat. And what the most important thing is on your way up, you're breathing, you're exhaling. We talked about it before, connecting your core to your breath. Why? Because we're breathing our way to a better core. So as you exhale, your diaphragm is connected to your core and it's lifting, okay? It's lifting your core and your pelvic floor. And that is a fantastic way to keep your pelvic floor and your core toned and healthy during and after pregnancy. Now, please don't panic that you have to get down too low. If you have any hip or pelvic pain, you might want to put a ball. I often use a fit ball in the small of your back, okay, against the wall for a little bit of extra support. You don't have to go deep. So let's come down, take a deep breath in, exhale on the way up. Take a deep breath in on the way down, exhale on the way up. Trying not to dip our chest, keeping our spine nice and long. Okay, so all you need to do is go for 10 to 12 squats using your breath. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up, keeping a nice neutral spine, shoulders over hips, 10 to 12 squats. Have a little rest for 30 seconds and try and do that 3 times. And that's your move for today.